Bathing your bearded dragon is actually really quite simple, and there isn't a lot that you've got to know what to do. So all you've got to do is get a suitable container like a plastic storage tub and fill it with some water. You want to try and get this to about 35 degrees Celsius because this is about the average body temperature of a bearded dragon throughout the course of the day, and so putting them in this water isn't going to send them into thermal shock. Now for an added bonus, you want to really add a dechlorinated agent such as Zoomed's Reptisafe to this. This will add some electrolytes to make the water better for them if they drink it, and it will also remove any potentially harmful chlorines and chloramines. Now once you've got that, you also do want to make sure that the water's not too deep for your dragon. It should be deep enough that it touches the stomach, say, when they're in it, but not so deep that they can't stand up properly. With the water ready, all you've got to do is put your bearded dragon in it and see that they're cleaned. Now, when they're in the water, I wouldn't recommend leaving them alone at all, because being in the water is not really a nice time for them. So you want to try and observe them, get them clean as quick as you can, and then move them back into the normal setup. And that is literally it for bathing them. But hang on a minute there. Have you read the title to this video yet? If you're bathing your bearded dragon, do you actually know why? There are only 3 reasons that I would ever actually bathe a bearded dragon in all seriousness. These are that the dragon is dirty and needs a bath, which is why I've bathed Char today, because he hasn't been bathed since last November. It's currently August, and he's covered in several months worth of sand, and he's also been eating bugs and stuff and getting it all over him, so a bath every once in a while is good to keep them a bit clean. Then another reason for bathing them might be that they've got stuck shed that's already started to peel. Bathing them when they've got shed just coming off isn't going to do anything. A reptile skin's waterproof, and so water's going to do nothing for them. And then lastly, you might bathe a bearded dragon if your vet's told you to, and this is a very special circumstance that I'm not going to discuss any further. Now what I want to do in today's video is actually discuss why you should be dissuaded from bathing your bearded dragon. Now I know I've bathed mine and I've given the reason why I bathed him today, but actually I also bathed him for the joint purpose of getting prime examples of why you should not bathe your bearded dragon unless you have a particularly good cause to, i.e. one of the 3 causes that I've just discussed. So let's get into that. I will also mention that whilst I'm going to discuss why bathing's bad, and some people are going to think, well, why have you just bathed your own bearded dragon for partly for the purpose of a video, I will just say that the problems I'm going to discuss only sort of really matter if they built up over time, when people are bathing the bearded dragons every week or every day, which I do actually see online quite a lot. So Char's once a yearly bath isn't really going to do him much harm. Now lots of people are under the impression that giving a bearded dragon a bath is good because it'll hydrate the dragon, because it's sat in water and it can drink the water that it likes, and people will also commonly say that the bearded dragon can absorb water through its vent. That myth does actually circulate with other reptiles and other animals. I don't know where it came from, but right now I'm going to destroy all of those misnomers because they're all actually false. Now, water does actually stimulate most animals, like reptiles especially in my experience, to defecate, i.e. poo. Now, in the case of the bearded dragon, if you put them in water, they're basically going to go, and during the filming of this video, Char actually did poo. Now, this is actually going to work against hydration. This is because the poo, as you will see, often does contain a lot of water, and a bearded dragon is more likely to poo in its bath than actually drink the water in it, and therefore it is directly going to be losing water. Now, as well as this, the thing about them absorbing water through the vent is absolutely completely wrong. It was disproven years and years and years ago, and I don't know why it still circulates. It's just completely untrue, and so your bearded dragon will not be hydrated that way either. On paper, yeah, it does make sense that putting your bearded dragon in a bath where it can have a good drink will hydrate it, but in practice, the fact that they defecate so regularly in water means that it just doesn't work. If you do want to hydrate your bearded dragon because it is severely dehydrated, then the best way to do this is to get some like 35-degree water again and sort of gently drip it on top of the head, just where the tip of the nose is. I was sort of doing that a bit with my hand, seeing if Char would drink with the water out of his bath, which you might have seen me do, because they will often start drinking and lapping the water up as it drips down the nose. But if they shake the head and don't want it, then they obviously don't want to drink, and so it's more of a way of like asking them if they actually are dehydrated. Another improper reason for putting a bearded dragon in the bath is people seem to think that it's a magic cure-all. That somehow a bearded dragon that's got like adenovirus or something, you're going to stick it in some hot water and magically it's going to become better. And unfortunately, all I'm going to say there is that that simply is not true. Going in like deep water is not a natural part of a bearded dragon's life. In the outback of Australia, as you can imagine, standing water doesn't tend to stick around for very long, and so they aren't really used to being around it, and therefore putting them in it is completely unnatural and they do find it quite stressful. You'll see in this video that whenever I was like cleaning Char, that he tried to move out the way because he isn't comfortable with it being on him, and that he's also trying to escape the box quite readily. For a sick dragon, this is obviously a very bad thing because stress can only exacerbate diseases that are already there, and so it's not going to make your dragon better unless the vet's told you it will, in which case it's possibly different, but for 99% of cases, the bath's just going to make things worse. Now, if you didn't know already, I am actually a moderator over on Pete Hawkins' fantastic Bearded Dragon network on Facebook. The link to that and the rest of his awesome groups are all down in the comment section. Not the comment section, the description box. So go and check them out if you fancy. But on there, we do see quite a lot of bathing bearded dragons, and this is why I sort of wanted to make this video, and also to give you the direct examples of what we talk about when we say you shouldn't bathe your bearded dragon. And Char has thankfully done all of the things that really do demonstrate why you shouldn't be bathing your dragon. Bathing them's not going to hydrate them, really, unfortunately. It's going to cause some stress, and it isn't going to be a magic cure-all. And doing stupid things in them in the bath, like shampooing them, really isn't good. So anyway guys, I hope that this video was a bit of an eye-opener for you. I know that for some reason people love bathing bearded dragons and I just don't know why. I've talked about why it's not good in this video, and hopefully that you've learned that now. And if you do bathe your bearded dragon, then do stop. Anyway guys, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy it and it was useful to you, then do us a favour, give us a comment telling me that, leave this video a like and subscribe for similar content coming soon. Anyway, this is the end of the video and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. God, apparently the world needs a bath.